Hello everybody, Fru here. Welcome to today's relevant read. So guys, in today's read, we're going to be looking at this very fascinating article, the Tech Career Guide, and these are non-technical roles in tech, right? So non-technical roles in tech. As a matter of fact, I'm going to zoom in here so we can get a clear look at the title, Non-Technical Roles in Technology. So this is by Serena China. I hope I pronounced that correctly. On medium.com. As always, I'm going to leave a link to the article for those of you that want to read the direct article. It's a pretty amazing article, a short read, about 9 minutes. So we're going to be able to go through this really fast. All right, guys, before we dive in to look at the article for today, what I want to do is share a couple of images that I had for us to take a look at. And guys, these images talk about what most people think when they think about technology, right? What comes to head when most people think about tech, right? You're probably thinking about something like this on the screen. Just bear with me to zoom in for a second. All right, you're probably thinking about some guy, a nerd, a geek, or whatever you want to call it according to pop culture, that sits behind the keyboard, is probably very smart, out of shape, glasses, and knows math, knows programming, and they can code all day long, right? So this is what a lot of people turn to think. And it's no surprise why, with this kind of mindset and with this kind of perception, a lot of people might feel put off when it comes to technology, and they feel like, well, I cannot work in the field of technology because I'm not nerdy, I'm not geeky, I'm not smart, I don't like to code, I don't like to program, and things like that, right, guys? So if that's your opinion, you're not alone, because that seems to be what a lot of people put out there. But I think what this article does is to tell us that there are options, right? And I'm gonna just bring this one on the screen really quick to show us that, sure, you might be somebody that prefer to interact with people. You like the more business type, professional kind of look, right? Not necessarily programming, and there can still be a role for you in IT. And I just had this one picture just to kind of flash in our brains and say, all right, you might want to wear a suit and a tie, right? You might want to have meetings and such, and still have a role in IT. So what this article will be doing for us, guys, it goes through a list of non-technical roles in technology. And if you're kind of the person that don't want to be very technical, but tech is something that still is appealing to you, guys, this will definitely be a good source of inspiration. I think the list is a very fascinating list. And with that said, we're gonna dive in really quick to take a look at this and review this particular article. As always, these articles start really great with some good introduction. So I would encourage you to check it out for yourself. But what caught my attention was this particular chart. Let me zoom correctly here. Was this particular chart, right? And I'll put it on the screen so we can take a moment to look at it, guys. So what this chart talks about is, it talks about tech versus non-tech jobs being hired by tech companies today, right? So if you look at this, it says 43% of jobs by tech companies are non-tech jobs, whereas 57% are tech jobs. All right, guys, so let's take a look at it again. 43% are non-tech jobs, whereas 57% are tech jobs. So this is almost, guys, statistically, I would say this is almost 50-50. It's almost even, right? But we have that notion that if you're working for a tech company, then all the jobs need to be very technical. But what this does is it debunks that very quickly, right? And this is coming from Glassdoor, that there is a huge pool of jobs that are available in tech companies that's not necessarily technical. And if you're somebody that's not technical, there is room for you. That's one of the big takeaway. All right. So, and if you've been wondering, why should I work in tech, I like how Serena starts. Serena, I just want to make sure I get the name correctly, starts by listing why tech might be appealing to some people, right? You have access to unlimited jobs, guys. Tech is really, everything is becoming digital, right? Tech companies are just booming, right? According to this report, more than 5 million tech jobs are expected to be added globally by 2027. So that is a lot, right? A lot of jobs are being automated and tooled out, but technology is just booming, right? Everything is really seems to be revolving around tech. So there's just the job market and the potential there is really amazing. All right. Next thing is, you can get paid above average salary. We know these days that across many the developed countries and many countries across the world, right? In the US, the UK, Canada, EU, in many places, right? The people in the tech sector make a lot of money, right? Working for Google, Facebook, Amazon, right? Uber, and some of these companies, guys, they pay top salary for their tech workers uh, to to come in and work for them. All right. So you can make above salary working in technology, even if you're working in a non-tech role, right? So that could be very appealing for you. Number three, you have fun building the future, right? Talking about tech being the future, guys, you can really put yourself in the position where you're working on amazing projects, building AI, machine learning, big data, right? All kind of systems that are really gonna ride humanity into the future, into the next couple of decades that we can see. All right, guys. So that said, we got that out of the way. We're gonna dive in really quick into looking at those at the jobs. So guys, like I said, the list was very fascinating to me, and if you are a non-technical person and have been kind of on the fence and you really want to work in a tech company, guys, these are some of the roles that you can definitely consider, right? So the first one is a product manager, and I think I've mentioned this in one of my other reviews on some article that I did, so you might want to check my channel for that. But what does a product manager do, right? So if you think about it, companies, especially tech companies these days, they have, or they build their solutions in terms of product. So if you think about, say, Google, they have Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, and Google Search. All of those are products, right? Gmail is a product, Google Calendar is a product, and so they need people to manage these products, the development of this product. So these are people that are skilled in the industry. They have the ability to bring people together. They can understand the technology, they can understand the business, they can work and manage and lead people to build features and capabilities into Gmail, understanding the roadmap, the product backlog, and just overall management around that. So the product is built. All right. And this kind of role could be very appealing to you because, again, it's not necessarily you don't have to be the technical person writing the code or understand everything going underneath. But guys, you can bring your product savvy knowledge, you can bring your analytical skills, you can bring your communication skills, you can bring your team spirit of how to work with many people, your leadership skills, right? Bringing that all together to make the team a cohesive one so they can build that product. So product manager could be a really amazing career option for you. And there are some options here, some advice that you can definitely check out, guys, in terms of product manager. What I like about this article that Serena did, and I thought it was amazing as I read through, is not only does she say product manager could be a good fit, but at the end of each of the jobs that we're going to go through here, there will be links to read and watch, right? Further links to read and watch. So if, say, product manager is something that interests you and you want to read or hear a little bit more about it, guys, definitely check out these links that she's included. Click on them, browse them, and visit them to really get more detailed information around that. So very important. I think that this was very amazing that she included this in the article. I really like to see that. All right, and here is even a video that talks about to be a successful product manager. To be successful, product managers need to communicate effectively, demonstrate strong presentation. So basically, what does it take to be a product manager? If you're a people's person, you have leadership skills, you can bring people together and collaborate to build products, you have kind of an entrepreneurial spirit, guys. Even if you're not necessarily technical, product manager role can be an amazing role for you to check out. All right, the next one that we're going to look at here is the UX design, user experience design. Usually you say this as UX UI, right? UX UI, user experience, user interface design. So a lot of companies these days, guys, they want to build products that look great, that have easy flow, that people can use it very smoothly. And there is some science to what happens behind the scenes, right? There are patterns, there are ways to make that work, right? And that's where UX designer comes into play. So if you're kind of the person on a little bit of the creative side, guys, maybe you like design, you like to imagine, you like to make things look beautiful, you like to make things flow better, right? This role can be something that's really, really amazing for you, right? Again, this is not necessarily technical. Design is not necessarily a technical role, but you can employ some technical principles like conducting user testing, being able to test your design, come up with several options. They call them A/B testing, right? To see which one works the best, right? And it's your design, make them responsive, build wireframes, and think about the users and how the users will flow into your project. Think about psychology of how, based on human psychology, how to really design the product so that people use it, right? These days, companies want their products to be sticky. They want people to come in. If you think about Facebook, they want you in the Facebook forever and ever if they could do that, right? So how can they bring you into their product and use design principles to keep you interested in their product? All right, so here are some good things that if you're comfortable with design, right, you're creative, you can definitely work well here. You're comfortable working with data, you enjoy testing new ideas, you like working collaborative environment, guys, this could be a really great career option for you to check out. Again, there are great links here to check it out. I really like, again, I can't tell you how much I like these links to check them out, right? Like this one talks about 10 must-have skills for UX designers, guys. So I would definitely click this link, follow through to see the skills that have been mentioned. All right, so let's go to the third one, copywriter. So guys, this one is another role again that you can work in tech, but it's not necessarily a tech role, and it's about using words. So if you're a wordsmith, if you're somebody that likes to write, right, if you're somebody that are very capable of communicating using language, companies really want those kind of skills, so you can come in and set the tone, and also be a representative of their brand, right? If you think about it, it's not just enough to write software. You need to sell that software. You need to explain that software, right? And being able to transform some of the sometimes complex and confusing tech jargon into something that customers can actually understand is a great skill that if you have, companies will pay some good money for you, and you can really make a very good living out of that. I'll just give you an example. When I created Thrilly AI, which is a Chrome extension that you can get directly into your browser for indexing videos, guys, if you go on the screen, right, I had to do copies for all of this, right? And you can't just wing it and say, well, I'm just gonna write something there and hope that people is gonna stick, right? There's some science, there is some psychology that goes into what you write, and it also has to be make sense, and and be beautiful from a poetic perspective. So a lot of things can go into the literature that you write for content for company and their website. So definitely something that if you really enjoy literature, you enjoy writing, you can really make some good successful career out of this. All right, now we're gonna go down, and of course she gives some examples and links into further links. Technical writing, right? That's another link. You can be writing documentation, so you can just be writing help documents, right? User documents and things like that. So this could really be very fascinating, right? And then there's an article here, how to become a technical writer, if that's something that interests you. So guys, if you like writing, I know a lot of you or some of you watching these videos are just natural writers, right? You might be blogging right now and you're doing something. Guys, why don't you think about taking that to the next level and actually applying that into companies to help them communicate their message and project their brand in a very succinct way. So great role, right? Number 4 is operations manager. All right, so what does the operations manager do? As the name sounds, operations manager, these are people that get stuff done. I just like how succinct this is, right? An operations manager gets stuff done. It couldn't be any more straightforward than that, right? So companies are well-oiled machines, right? They need to operate, guys. They need to attend to customers, do marketing, do promotions, and just run the business, finance, their books and everything, right? So there are people that are skilled at making sure that all of these logistical type of tasks within the organizations are done, right? From preparing budgets to inventory, overseeing employees, and all of that needs to be done. So operation managers are the kind of people that can come in and help companies make sure that everything flows, right? So for example, if you love being extremely organized and are able to work under pressure, this could be a very good fit for you, right? If you're comfortable making the judgments and decision quickly, right? You're kind of decisive and leadership oriented, guys, this can be a good role for you, right? If you're a people's person and interacting with teams and understanding the business and solving problems, guys, this could be a very great role for you. So operations manager is one role that, guys, you can work in tech without necessarily being a techie. All right, and there are some links here that talks about what does an operation manager do. You can definitely check it out. Operations manager, the rise of the female chief operating officer, right? So companies have like the chief operating officer, the COO, which is usually, depending on the structure of the company, it's one of the very, very powerful roles in the company. So you think about the CEO, usually the next in command is, and it varies from companies, could be the COO, right? These are the people that make sure that the everyday functions of the organizations run, because if the business is not running, then there's no business there to talk about. All right, so very powerful, very important role. All right, now next one is account manager, right? So this one, depending on the type of company, you might have accounts, right? You might have clients, you might have customers, right? Basically what the account manager does is they manage and they nurture relationships with customers, right? With the current customers, right? They either nurturing those relationships, they're building the relationships, they're looking for business opportunities to save cost and increase revenue as such, right? So guys, if you're kind of a person that is people oriented, you have some great interpersonal skills, guys, you're comfortable and multitasking and juggling different projects, you're excited about technology and how technology can be applied to solve people's problems or companies' problems or companies for clients and customers, guys, this could really be a great fit for you. Again, you don't have to be techie, but guys, you can use technology as an account manager to help companies solve their specific business problems, right? I would say account managers, sometimes you kind of find this in kind of sales organization. So if you may be thinking about sales or something like that, this could really be a great fit for you. Or another term that could be used is a delivery manager, is something that I've also seen as well. All right, guys, so definitely check out account manager. This could really be an amazing fit for you. And again, there are links, right, that talks about could a career in account management be right for you, right? The day in the life of an account manager, technical account manager, job description and template. So very powerful. You can definitely check out account manager. Now the next one that we look at presented here is a marketing manager. So very similar to an account manager, the marketing manager is somebody that plays a key role of helping the business helping businesses promote their products and services. So basically, marketing, if you think about it, businesses have products, they have services, they have software or hardware or whatever it is that they need to get in front of customers, guys. So as a marketing manager, that's your responsibility to take those products, those services, and position it so that people can buy, guys. And you could be creating content, you could be running campaigns, guys. You could be doing advertisements, using social media, which is really one of the new mediums of communications. So guys, this is an amazing role that can really offer you that can really give you the opportunity to do great stuff for the company. And just for my own personal opinion here, guys, and it talks here that depending on the size of the company, you may be working with the CEO, right, or several other teams such as developers, PR, communications, and sales. Marketing is usually very, very powerful, because if you think about marketing is the first touch, usually the first touch to the company, right? They are doing some promotions, they're doing some marketing, they're putting out ads, they're putting out campaigns, and that's how you engage with the company. And so once you engage from there, and then you can start thinking about sales, right? And then going now to sales, which is the follow up to marketing. So marketing usually creates the opportunities that sales then takes to then make the sale. So for that reason, marketing can hold a very, very powerful role within the organization, because if you build a product and you cannot market the product, what good is it, right? Like there's a saying that if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one in that forest to hear a sound? Did that tree actually make a sound when it fell, right? No one knows and no one cares with that kind of a question, right? So it's just like if you build a product and there's no one to use your product, does it offer value, right? No one knows and no one cares. And that's why marketing is very, very important, because it helps companies take their products to the users and the people that would actually pay the money, generate revenue for the organization. So if you are somebody that cares about promotion, that cares about PR, can influence people, right? Can, like, influencers is a one growth we see now, can influence people on ideas and engage them, leading them to buy, guys, you can really make some good money from this, right? So if you're curious about technology and digital tools, guys, you can really make some good money from this. So I'll encourage you to check out this, right? So marketing manager could be a really, really great role for folks out there that care about engaging and taking products to influence others. All right, guys, so that brings us in this article to the end, and I thought it was a really, really fascinating article, and that's the reason why I share it, guys. On this channel we talk about technology tips, guys, we give career advice and some inspiration, guys, to help you succeed personally and in your professional life. But one thing that I always want to call out is that technology doesn't mean that you have to be techie or you have to just be a geek. And there is opportunity, there is vast opportunity for people that are not necessarily technical to still work in the technology field. So my call to action, or the call to action from this is, guys, don't feel left behind, don't feel left out if you're not technical, right? Or you can't write code like everybody else, or you don't feel like you understand all the details of programming languages and things like that. Guys, you don't feel left behind. There's still great opportunity. There are great roles that you can come in with your non-technical skills, right? Your communication skills, your marketing skills, your leadership skills, your ability to be operational types of skills, to come in and still help companies succeed, guys, and companies will pay you very, very good money for it. All right, guys, so I hope this helps. Tech career guide, non-technical roles in technology, really, really great roles. So guys, check it out. As usual, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, the link to this article will be left in the description below on this video, so please check out that link so you can read directly the article. Serena provided a lot of other links, and if any of these roles interest you, just follow up on those to see the details about what it is, how to get started, if there are certifications, what kind of requirement, and so you can really pursue your career. All right, guys, and as always, we always leave by making a call or shout out to 3 AI, which is an amazing Chrome extension, guys. If you haven't checked out the extension, guys, you want to check it out on the Google Chrome store. All you do, you install 3 on your browser. It sits passively, and once you watch any video on YouTube, you can use 3 AI to index that video, to bookmark the video, so that once you come back to any video, you can always remember what you watch, right? So we've talked about a lot of things in this video. What I really want to do is give a call to action for you guys to use 3 AI and add your bookmarks, right? Maybe bookmark the roles that most interest you. Was it operations manager, marketing manager, UX designer, right? Which one of these roles really stood out to you? All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If somebody's gonna benefit from this, as always, make sure you share this with them, and I'll see you in the next video.